Hey everyone, and welcome to my very first YouTube video where I'm going to be showing you guys my Nickelodeon compilation DVD collection. Now this isn't going to be a normal thing for me. This is just a way for me to get started on YouTube and really express my love for Nickelodeon. As you can see, I've got quite a couple of DVDs to cover, so what I'm going to do is split this up into two parts. In this video, I'll be showing you the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour trilogy and the Nick Picks collection. So let's move these DVDs over to the side for now. So the first DVD I'm going to be looking at is the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 1, the very first crossover between Jimmy Neutron and the Fairly OddParents. I actually remember watching this when it first aired on Nickelodeon back in 2004. So here we've got the front cover. I really like the artwork here. We got the spine, and we got the back. Now, I'm not going to be reading the descriptions because I'm afraid if I do, then the video would take too long, so feel free to pause and read at your own pace. And our episodes are Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, and for bonus episodes from Jimmy Neutron, we have Crime Sheen Investigation, Sleepless in Retroville, Maximum Hue, and from the Fairly OddParents, we have CosmoCon, Tim Visible, and the Switch Glitch. And for special features, we have the Fairly OddParents Breaking the Rules PC demo game and Jimmy Neutron storyboards. So let's take a look at the disc. We've got the disc, and here we have an insert to advertise Jimmy Neutron and Fairly OddParents books. And here's the other side where we can see little ads for other Nickelodeon DVD and VHS tapes. Very nice. And here we have the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 2, the second Jimmy Neutron Fairly OddParents crossover. So we got the front cover. Again, I really like the artwork here. And we have the spine. And for episodes, we have Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 2, When Nerds Collide. And for bonus episodes, we have, from the Fairly OddParents, A Mile in My Shoes, Most Wanted Wish, and Miss Dimsdale. And from Jimmy Neutron, we have I Dream of Jimmy and Nightmare in Retroville, which is the Halloween episode. And down at Special Features, we have Oh Yeah Cartoons, Too Many Timmys, The Fairy Flu, and The Temp. Let's take a look inside. Here we got the disc, and we got some more ads for other Nickelodeon DVDs that were released around the time. Very nice. And here we have Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 3, the last of the Jimmy Neutron and Fairly OddParents crossovers. So here we've got the front cover. I'd say out of all of the covers for the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour DVDs, I'd say this one is my favorite. And here we have the spine and the back cover. And here we have Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 3, the Jerkinators. And for bonus episodes from the Fairly OddParents, we have Odd West and That's Life. And from Jimmy Neutron, we have Ultra Sheen and The Feud. And here we have special features, Oh Yeah Cartoons, The Zappies and Party of Three, and Nick Arcade Game Trials, your DVD-ROM. And here we have the Nick Picks collection, which was a series of Nickelodeon compilation DVDs that were released from 2005 to 2007. There was also a Nick Jr. version of these called Nick Jr. Favorites. I actually had a few of those as a kid. I had volumes 1, 2, and 4, but I donated them. So let's take a look at the very first Nick Picks DVD, Nick Picks Volume 1. And the shows featured are SpongeBob, Danny Phantom, My Life as a Teenage Robot, All Grown Up, The Fairly OddParents, and Jimmy Neutron. There's also an episode of Rugrats. Even though they don't appear on the front cover, they do appear on the back cover. Back in the day, these DVDs were the only releases of episodes of Danny Phantom and My Life as a Teenage Robot. Now, I know that there's a complete series set of Danny Phantom and also season DVD sets of My Life as a Teenage Robot that you can find on Amazon. I'm not sure if they make those anymore. Anyway, here we have the front cover, the spine, and the back. As you can see, they're the Rugrats. And our episodes are All Grown Up, Lucky 13, SpongeBob BC Before Comedy, Fairly OddParents Information Superhighway, the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour again, Danny Phantom, Bitter Reunions, My Life as a Teenage Robot, Hostile Makeover, and Rugrats Finsterella. So here we have the disc, and if you notice, there's actually an error. It says Nick Jr. DVD instead of Nick DVD. This error also appears in some copies of Nick Picks Volume 2, but that is not the case with my copy. Speaking of which, we have Nick Picks Volume 2, and we have the same shows as before. So here's the front cover, and the spine, and the back. Our episodes this time are Fairly Odd Parents, The Big Superhero Wish, All Grown Up, Interview with a Campfire, SpongeBob, I'm With Stupid, SpongeBob Meets the Strangler, My Life as a Teenage Robot, Gridiron Glory, The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Sleepless in Retroville, Danny Phantom, Splitting Images, and Rugrats, All Grown Up, which was the pilot for the spin-off All Grown Up. Here we have the disc. As you can see, it does not say Nick Jr. DVD, it says Nick DVD. We have another insert showing off a couple of other Nick DVDs. Here we have Nick Picks Volume 3. And our shows this time around are Jimmy Neutron, All Grown Up, Fairly Odd Parents, My Life as a Teenage Robot, Danny Phantom, SpongeBob, and Cat Scratch. As of today, this and Nick Picks Volume 5 are the only DVD releases of episodes of Cat Scratch. So, here's the front cover, the spine, and the back cover. And our episodes are All Grown Up, Dude, Where's My Horse, SpongeBob, Fear of a Krabby Patty, Cat Scratch, Bringing Down the Mouse, Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, Brobot, Danny Phantom, Fright Night, which is the Halloween episode, My Life as a Teenage Robot, See No Evil, Fairly Odd Parents, Hail to the Chief, and Fairly Odd Parents, Twistery. So, here's the disc and an insert for more Nick DVDs. Now we have Nick Picks Volume 4. Our shows this time around are Fairly Odd Parents, My Life as a Teenage Robot, SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, Danny Phantom, and the X's. Like Cat Scratch, the Nick Picks DVDs are the only DVD releases for episodes of the X's. An episode of All Grown Up is also on here, despite not appearing on the front or the back cover. But yeah, here we have the front cover, and the spine, and the back. And for episodes, we have All Grown Up, RV, Having Fun Yet, SpongeBob, Have You Seen the Snail, Fairly Odd Parents, Where's Wanda, Fairly Odd Parents, Imaginary Gary, The X's Photo Ops, Jimmy Neutron, The Big Pinch, Danny Phantom, Teacher of the Year, and My Life as a Teenage Robot, The Great Unwashed. So here we have the disc. Now we've reached Nick Picks Holiday, the Christmas-themed volume of the Nick Picks DVDs. Now, if you ask me, the best way to make a compilation DVD is to make it themed to a holiday, and that's what I really like about this one. And the shows featured on this DVD are SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, My Life as a Teenage Robot, Rugrats, Danny Phantom, All Grown Up, and ChalkZone. Now, I know that there's another Nickelodeon compilation DVD that also features an episode of ChalkZone called Nickstravaganza 2. Nickstravaganza 1 was only released on VHS, but that had an episode of ChalkZone 2. So here's the front cover, spine, and the back cover. And our episodes are All Grown Up, The Finster Who Stole Christmas, SpongeBob, Christmas Who, Fairly Odd Parents, Christmas Every Day, Rugrats, The Santa Experience, Danny Phantom, The Fright Before Christmas, My Life as a Teenage Robot, A Robot for All Seasons, and ChalkZone, When Santas Collide. And here we have the disc, an insert, which is meant to advertise Nicktoons Battle for Volcano Island. Not Nicktoons Unite, because that came out in 2005, and this DVD came out in 2006, as did Battle for Volcano Island. Here we've got the other side. Very nice. And finally, we've reached Nick Picks Volume 5, the last Nick Picks volume ever released. And the shows featured on this DVD are Danny Phantom, The X's, My Life as a Teenage Robot, Cat Scratch, SpongeBob, and Mr. Meaty. Oh boy, if you're not familiar with this show, it is nightmare fuel. This show makes Ren and Stimpy and Invader Zim seem suitable for kids. There's also an episode of Jimmy Neutron on here. Even though Jimmy's not here on the front cover, he is on the back cover. We have the front covered, the spine, and that cover, and there's Jimbo right there. And our episodes are SpongeBob, Dunces and Dragons, Mr. Meaty, Park Arena, Jimmy Neutron, The Trouble with Clones, Danny Phantom, Fanning the Flames, My Life as a Teenage Robot, Future Shock, The X's, Secret Agent Manual, and Cat Scratch, Love Cats. And here we have the disc, and another insert. Something you guys may or may not have noticed is that SpongeBob is the only character to appear on all of the discs in the Nick Picks collection. By that I mean he's the only character to appear on the actual physical discs themselves. I really wish that big companies would go back to having discs with actual pictures on them instead of just bland gray on the discs that you see nowadays. Now, there were plans for a Volume 6 which would have featured an episode of El Tigre, but it was canceled. From what I've read online, it was due to Volume 5 not selling as well as the other volumes in the collection, and that's probably due to the fact that there was an episode of Mr. Meaty in it. But anyway, that concludes part 1 of my Nickelodeon compilation DVD collection. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe you learned a few fun facts. Again, this won't be a normal thing for me. This is just a way for me to get started on YouTube. But I might do another one of these soon. Also, let me know what your favorite Nickelodeon shows are. Mine will be down in the description below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in part 2.